Good evening, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you are all doing well. I'm still kind of getting everything adjusted and set up. My son made me a Thanksgiving pumpkin, so it's got Daddy and a dolphin and a side of hustle. So we'll show that more later. You got that all written up. All right, we're gonna rearrange some things here because it's a little different setup than my normal setup because the TV is slightly off to my left here. So, good evening, Jason. All the Packers fans are showing up. Good evening, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you are doing well. Hopefully, you didn't eat as much as I did. So, we're gonna go. I just want to not be embarrassed. Can I not be embarrassed on Thanksgiving? That's my goal. Let me not be embarrassed on Thanksgiving. Let's see. We just got done doing some family stuff, so I don't even know. Is this game over yet? Hold on, I'm gonna flip over here. I don't even know what's going on with all right, Cowboys are up by 7 with the ball with 2 minutes to go. So they're basically Cowboys are trying to run out the clock here on this game. We were watching some earlier, but we took a break. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm gonna get a side thing open so I can also comment. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so it's 27-20 in the Cowboys game right now. And again, yeah, Cowboys are basically trying to run out the clock here. I'm going to try to get this stream open. Let's see, in another channel so I can add comments and emojis in the other channel. Let's go here, switch account. All right, trying to, stopped behind the line of scrimmage there. It was 1st and 5. It's going to be 2nd and 6. It's going to be 2nd and 6. All right, the 6-legged turducken is back. Oh man, that looks really good. Even though I've already eaten. Even though I've already eaten, the 6-legged turducken does look good. All right, it's 2nd and 5. I guess they gave him forward progress. 2nd and 5. We're just watching the end of the Cowboys-Giants game here. Good evening to everybody. Hope you are doing well. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Couple-yard gain on that play. It's going to be about 3rd and 3, something along those lines. So, hey, they're winning again, Kaylee. You're going to have a winning streak. I'm telling you. How was movie? Did you guys see? I don't know. I don't even know what's out other than Moana 2. So, all right, going to commercial break. I think we're at the 2-minute warning. I think is where things are at. All right, I'm gonna get it side. Moana 2. It was good. All right, awesome. Are there good new songs? I feel like the rate that Disney movies come out are a lot slower than. Oh, now I'm gonna watch Polar Express. So my kids are currently. We just watched Charlie Brown Thanksgiving together, and now they're watching like Charlie Brown reenacts the Pilgrim's Landing or whatever. So Polar Express is okay. I didn't grow up with that. We had it as a car movie for a long time, so I kind of got sick of it. If I were watching a movie right now, I would put on Home Alone. That's the movie that I would put on if I were watching a movie right now. So the actual Dolphins game here doesn't start for a little bit. I think it's like 8:20, but I just figure I'd come on early. I got to do a couple of things. I tried to respond to all my emails today, tried to get that done. I am going to add another I'm going to add another Patreon post of our Thanksgiving layout here. So we did add a new emoji as well for all you channel members. We added the decline and recline all day. That was requested. So we're going to do that. We did that one first, and then when we get 5 more members, then we'll do the frozen Craig. So I'm going to put up this second one is going to be a paid. This is for our paid Patreon members. I'm going to throw this post up, but let's see. We're going to add to collection, family. This one's going to be paid. All right, we got that. Yeah, there it is. There's the new emoji. You made almost $250 today, Kaylee. Telling you what, you're in the money zone right now. So, all right, coming off the 2-minute warning here. It's 27-20 Cowboys. First down. Oh, it's such a huge first down. It was a really good catch, too. That was a good catch. That was Brandon Cooks right against the sideline. Diving catch. Ball just got across the first down marker. What a good catch. That's so impressive. I know. Kaylee made more on Thanksgiving than I made pretty much any other day this week. I know, I'm telling you. I might be a side of hustle, but she's the main course of hustle. All right, it looks like this game is in the books. They're officially kneeling it out. Cowboys are going to win 27-20. The Lions broke their streak. So the Lions won on Thanksgiving. Here, I'm going to switch over to NBC now. I don't think it's pure luck, Kaylee. I mean, your metrics must be good, and hey, it's good. When it works, it works. After being absolutely filled with food today, I am just down to drinking just water at this point. Ooh, did I accidentally turn this off? What happened? What happened to my TV? Well, Kayla, today is probably just because nobody was out. There's probably a lot of people who just decided not to deliver or whatever. I moved the remote, and I wonder if I lost the game. Let's figure out. We're going to figure out what's going on. I know, wouldn't that be funny? Like the first time I actually sit down to stream a game, the TV goes out. That would be kind of hilarious. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, at a certain point, it seems like you have the right combination of apps for your area. Spark does really well for you. And then on the other days, then it's like, okay, you got other things. Plus, you put the hours in. So if you're going to put the hours in, what in the world is going on with my TV? I might have to change my location here. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you are doing well. It is being a little wonky, but let's see. All right, I think we're back. So I think the game officially starts here in like 5 minutes, something like that. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Richard. Hope you are doing well today. I have eaten way too much food. I forgot to show this morning, but my son made everybody little pumpkins. So this one says Daddy, and then a side of hustle, and then Dolphins. So we got the pumpkin on the stream. Could be, but I bet you I could find lots of people for your market, Kaylee, that are not making the money that you are making. Richard sounds good. That's a fair point. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. We're gonna try to have some fun here. I'm just hoping the Dolphins don't get destroyed. Like, I feel like I want to just stream this game and then I'll watch if Grassi does a reaction, because he probably will. He'll probably do a a Dolphins and Packers fan reaction to the game. I wonder if it's going to be exactly like what it is. All right, so there's what I want and what I think. I think that the Dolphins' best chance to win actually is if their defense can hold. I think like 21-18. If the Dolphins win, it's going to be something like that. I fear it's going to be something like 40-12. The Packers win. Like, that's just honestly where I'm at as a Dolphins fan. I don't know. There is so here's one of the big things. A narrative, when a narrative is written about you or a narrative is written about your life, people tend to define themselves by what other people have said about them until they can prove it's not true anymore. And the Lions had to overcome the narrative that they can't win on Thanksgiving, right? They had to overcome that narrative, but that narrative is now defeated. They won on Thanksgiving and they won easily. So the Dolphins, the narrative is struggle to win in prime time. Now, they won on Monday Night Football a couple weeks ago, so they kind of beat that narrative. They struggle to win on the road. Again, Monday Night Football on the road on prime time. They won a couple weeks ago. But the one thing that they have not really ever shown any evidence of in any consistent manner is, can they win in cold weather? Yeah, I know. So we're moving out of here, Richard. This is my in-laws' place, so we're moving out of here. So actually, I used to have a whole lot more behind me. I used to have scenery and stuff, but we're hopefully moving out in the next 2 weeks. So we're in like packing mode. So when we get in the new place, I'm going to try to have at least a little bit of a background. All right. The fact that 2 is wearing short sleeves, that makes me feel better. All right. I'm going to pick my prediction of the score, not obviously what I'm cheering for here. I'm going to say 28-17, the Packers win. That's my score prediction. I'll post it. Score prediction. Used to be Dolphins colors. Your kids swapped rooms and your daughter painted over. Oh, come on. It should have been a clause. You get the room, but you got to keep the Dolphins colors. Good evening, Midnight. Happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, I'm putting this is my score prediction. Obviously, I'm not cheering for this. The worst thing that can happen for the Dolphins, I think, is if they get down early or have like an early pick six or something like that. Well, welcome everybody. We are YouTube's smallest Miami Dolphins channel, so glad to be with you guys today. Again, it's good hanging out with some of you guys this morning. We did some Amazon window shopping, stuff like that. So, oh my goodness, my stomach. Oh, I ate too much. Hey. I have no money to bet, Kaylee, but I'll be cheering. I think they have a chance. They just have to not get overwhelmed early. This is the issue. You got to not be overwhelmed early. And because doubt will creep in. So, but I'm a big believer that if you want to change the narrative about your life, you got to change the narrative. You just got to do it. And I don't really like, a lot of people look at the Kansas City game last year in the playoffs as a failure. If it wasn't against the Chiefs, then maybe, but I don't look at that one as a big failure. It's all the other games. The games going to Buffalo. It's games like that. It's just being a better team on the road. But I will take this version of the Dolphins right now over any version of the Dolphins that I've seen this year. And so, yeah, granted, they were playing against poor teams. So, are you pumped for work for the weekend? Or are you pumped to do nothing this weekend, Kaylee? Are you going to just be out? It's like, I don't know if you're going to make more this weekend than you were making every day this week. I don't even have a plan for tomorrow yet, to be honest with you guys. I still don't. I haven't sat down and figured out if I'm going to go sourcing. I don't know what stores are closing. I mean, if the Dolphins win, I may just run out and go to a couple of Walmarts or Targets tonight. Awesome, Richard. That's really cool. Congratulations on that. So I started my master's work after college, and then I never followed through on it. I haven't made a decision if I want to go back. I did, so you're going for the $2,000 week. That's what you're going for. Well, good luck. Good luck, Kaylee. I'm going to go do this really quick. I'm going to make it a little bit cooler in here. It's pretty warm in this room. So I'm going to go make it a little cooler. I'm going to be right back because the game hasn't started quite yet. And we'll be right back for kickoff in just half a second. Can you guys turn it down just a little bit? All right, we're back. Got the air condition blown. I'm just like burning up in here. All right, well, if you've got score predictions, you can absolutely throw them in the chat. Love to do that. If you're a Dolphins fan and you're a member, we do have the TD emoji. So we'll that emoji is locked in and ready to go. So this is my first time doing a full game live stream while sitting at home at my computer. So this is something totally new, and it's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, it's kind of fun doing it. I don't have the greatest setup in the world today, but we're gonna do the best we can. We got national anthem going, looks like. I wish I was in a recliner, but if I were in a recliner, the odds of me falling asleep partway through the stream would be pretty high. So I did manage to get a nap in this afternoon. So cheers for that. Cheers for naps. About to bust out the wine. We'll see how the Dolphins game goes. We had sparkling cider today, so I'm just like, I'm full to the top. Looks like there's maybe a few snow flurries in the air in Green Bay. Vitalik, happy Thanksgiving to you. And let's go Miami. Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins coach, was like pretty impressed with the singer. So looks pretty cold. So the question is, how are the Dolphins going to handle cold weather? How are they going to handle cold weather? Oh man, Mike McDaniel has the throwback sweatshirt on. Looks so nice. I love it. The hats look good. The winter hats that the Dolphins are wearing, they look solid. I love the old logo. I wish the old logo would just be our current logo. That's what I wish. But magic dumpster, Kaylee. You don't need a magic dumpster. It's like your car is the magic dumpster. I love it. I do not get sick of the emojis. They're fun. And so in case you guys didn't notice, we did get a new emoji unlocked last night with our 20th channel membership. And so we added the decline and recline all day. That was from a shirt that Lisa got me, and I literally took a picture of the front of the shirt, cropped it down, and turned it into an emoji. All right. So I have a buddy who is I don't know if he's for this guy or the backup kicker or whatever, but he coaches one of the Dolphins kickers. I'm assuming it's this guy, Jason Sanders, unless there's someone else for field goals. But thank you, Midnight. Yeah, that was really exciting. It was perfect to hit that last night, and then we unlocked. So Dolphins are kicking off. Here we go. Picked up at around the 8, returned to the 35, to the 40, knocked down at around the 47-yard line. A huge return for Green Bay right from the open. All right, well, we're the Dolphins. We don't like to do things easy. We don't like easy wins. There's a Green Bay player who's already down on the first play. Everything hurts more in the cold. I know this from just living up. I used to live in Wisconsin. I've never been to a game at Lambeau, but I have been, like, you can walk around the outside of Lambeau, and I've walked around the outside of Lambeau. I actually stayed at one of the closest hotels to Lambeau, but it wasn't like in football season, so it was like really cheap. All right. So the offense is out on the field, but they're still taking care of this injury. If you look just at records, 8-3 Green Bay hosting 5-6 Miami, you would think that this is going to be a blowout. But good evening, Audrey. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, there's definitely some snow in the air. It's not snowing like it was the other night for Browns versus Steelers. I think that was that Monday night or whatever. But definitely some snow flurries in the air. I turned on my air conditioning to 70 degrees so I could kind of feel cold like Tua. I'm here for you, Tua. Good evening, Ryan. Happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, Packers player is coming off the field here. No, we just had a sale on eBay. Love it. Just sold a pair of LeBron James cards. Not anything super crazy. But, all right, so lining up here. Packers have the ball to start. Starting from their own 46-yard line. So, good field position to start out the game. All right, we've got a run kind of right up the middle, stuffed. Maybe right back to the line of scrimmage. So, Thanksgiving Day at your home was awesome. Yeah, like this is the first Thanksgiving Day that I didn't travel anywhere in years, maybe in my kid's life. So it was fun to have a day at home today. Yeah, I know it was. I ate too much food, but it was delicious and it was good. It was absolutely the right play to add macaroni and cheese, like good baked mac and cheese to the dinner. I think I had like 6 servings. All right, we got a penalty. They're walking backwards. It's a false start on the Packers, so we're going to be to like 2nd and 15. So Packers started with really good field position here, but haven't done anything with it quite yet, which is good. I feel like the more the Dolphins offense can stay on the field, the less the defense has to be on the field, the better. So I would love to just get the ball back and like it's not that cold, I don't think. It's definitely not like what it was for the playoff game against. Steps up, Love steps up, long heave, nobody there. Nobody there. It's now 3rd and 14, so Dolphins are making a little bit of a defensive stand here after Packers had a nice kick return. He was open, but the pass was like 10 yards beyond him. So definitely not what we want. What do you got, Kaylee? All right, Love drops back. Sacked. Ball's in the air. Could it be a fumble? They're letting it play out. If it's a fumble, the Dolphins recovered. Let's see what they rule it. They're going to rule it a forward pass or a fumble. It's either 4th down and like 13 or the Dolphins are going to get the ball back here. I'm going to guess they're saying forward pass. Man, oh yeah, it's a forward pass, barely. But they let it play out. Oh man, almost. They almost got that ball out, but I think his arm is going forward and he got a spiral on it, so that's a pass. Barely a pass. But that's a pass. Even so, good defensive stand, more flurries in the air. Starting to snow a little bit more. We'll see if we get going with this here. The question is, are the Dolphins going to come out running? Are they going to come out passing? What's the playbook? By the way, Kaylee, I don't know what to guess, so but let me know. Let me know what you got. We've got so we've got the punt going here. It's 4th and 14. Everything's on the up and up for the punt. Oh, he muffed the punt. He muffed it, and the Packers have the ball. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the Packers got that. He muffed the punt. He didn't know where it was. He lost the ball. All your credit cards are paid off. Awesome. Well, that's good. The Dolphins, I mean, he should have just let it go. Oh, just total botch. This is just, you're at the 10-yard line. If you're not there, yeah, I mean, it's a clear recovery. I could tell right away. The Packers were going to fall on that. Just got to let that go. If it's wobbling in the air and you're standing at the 10-yard line, let it go. I mean, it's not like you're going to return it that far anyway. And maybe it bounces into the end zone. I know, he feels horrible. All right, Packers have the ball. 1st and goal. This is not the start we wanted here. Can't blame that one on Tua. Happy Thanksgiving, Tim. Poor folk. It should be on NBC local. I got to run up the middle down to, couldn't stop him. Down to maybe the 3-yard line. It's on NBC local channel, if you get that. I know, that's super exciting, Kaylee. So are you debt-free, or do you still have more stuff you got to work through? All right, 2nd and goal from about like the 3-yard line here. This Dolphins defense barely got a rest. that works too. Well, we'll be your update while you play. Another run right up the middle, stuffed right around the 3-yard line again. It's going to be 3rd and goal. If somehow, all right, well, hey, Like, I know it sounds like a lot, but you're gonna feel awesome when you get through it. Hey, that's understood. Well, getting those credit cards on is such a big deal because then all the money that you were paying towards those credit cards, Kaylee, now you can just start throwing all that extra money at your student loan debt. So, all right, play action fake, throw the ball, touchdown, Green Bay. That was too easy. All right, touchdown, Green Bay, 6-0 early lead. That's on the muff punt though. You just can't give them the ball on the 10-yard line. Yeah, defender did not play that well. He kind of got lulled into thinking he wasn't going to go for a pass. Got lulled into the run play. All right, 6-0 Green Bay going for the extra point. It's up and good. 7-0 Green Bay. All right. So what did I say early? The Dolphins' key is don't get down early and don't make big mistakes. And we made a big mistake and we got down early. So now we'll see. Now we're going to see what these Dolphins are made of. All right, 7-0. Obviously, the game's not over. It's early on, but that is definitely just what you don't want. Man, you saw, I haven't seen anything come through all day on any of the apps. So good for you. See, I think you guys are just in. It's interesting. Like my market is a rich market, but what I'm learning is my rich market isn't necessarily a good market. It's just there's rich people who sometimes tip really well, but that's kind of like my income is highly dependent on the days that people tip well versus the days that they don't. So no, I might be in bed before this game is over. If it goes downhill, no, we'll stay true. This is my audition tape. This is my audition to see if this is worth trying to do a little bit more. I am just drinking water tonight. There is absolutely zero room in my belly for any more food, snacks. There's really not room for water, but got to do that. At a certain point, I'm going to open up a Grassi stream too. I'm looking forward once it gets set up in the new place. I'll be able to have I have multiple monitors that I can have hooked up. So I have a lot more space to spread everything out. All right, let's go new. We're going to go YouTube. You ate some cereal? Yeah. Isn't that what Lisa said she wants on Thanksgiving night? I had a turkey sandwich tonight. I probably. All right. So we're coming back from commercial break here. All right, I got the Grassi stream open, another tab. We'll try to follow along. Maybe I'll throw headphones in when we get close to it. All right, yeah, so my cable is glitching out here tonight too. So it wasn't just me. It is also cable glitch. So we'll see if it's all channels or if it's just NBC. Yeah, so that's what it is. The cable's glitching. So I'm Technical difficulties here, but yeah, I always just throw in a little extra Velveeta too to craft mac and cheese. So trying to do a reboot. So it wasn't just me earlier in the night. It was the TV. This is the TV that comes with a cable that comes with this condo association here. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here. Dolphins are down 7-0 early on, mainly due to we had a botched punt return. So, and we're running a few technical difficulties on the other end here, but that's all right. We're good with that. We make do with things. All right. So Dolphins have the ball here. Started first and 15 from the Miami 25, and we're now going with a 6-yard pass to Achan. That's going to make it. What are we? No. Oh, sorry, 11-yard pass. Right, not 6-yard. 11-yard pass because it was first and 15. Now we're 2nd and 4 for Miami. We're trying to get our TV up and rolling again here. Just what it's going to be. There's technical difficulties no matter where we go. All right, we're back up. We're streaming again. We're live. Dolphins got a first down after that play. Now 1st and 10. Tua, there's holding on the play. Tua goes down. I think. Oh, it's offsides. Offsides on the defense. Yeah, offsides. There it is. There it is, Lisa. There's the new emoji. You found the game, Tim. Good. Well, that was big because that play was blown up. That was not a good play. So we got bailed out here. Who jumped? Well, nobody in that view. So I literally laid the shirt out on the bed, Lisa, and then I just took a picture of the shirt, and then I cropped it. Oh, they had him again. They got him again. We're going to get a new first down from this? Oh, it's a false start on the Dolphins. Well, now we're back to 1st and 10. It is just flags all over the place. Well, we got a 1st and 5, and then we gave it up. Now we're 1st and 10 back the other direction. Thank you. Yeah, so I did post. So I posted a cinnamon roll picture for all patrons, but then for the paid patrons, I posted a family picture up there. So I can put that up really quick. It's just another way, never feel expected to do things, but Patreon, I post more on Patreon than I do on my own Facebook, so kind of consider it like that. All right, we got to run kind of stuffed. It's going to be 2nd and 11 for Miami, something like that. Frog Gamer, happy Thanksgiving to you. How are you doing? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, all these offsides penalties, that's you have to call them. Like you have to call that stuff. But yeah, it is true. There is. So all right, we're 2nd and 11 here. All right, come on, Tua. We need a sustained drive. We need at least a couple more first downs. Got to give defense a rest. Oh, that was another botch play. That was another botch play. Tua's looking to hand it off, and it's looking just ugly. ugly. Okay, so they're going to show a replay here. So Tua gets the ball. He fakes the pass. Then he was going to go for the inside handoff to Achane, but Achane wasn't actually thinking he was getting the handoff or something. And then Tua ran into Achane, and now there's a flag on the play. This game is just a disaster zone right now. Another flag. Was it a late hit? Because I saw one of the Packers players kind of like gave a headshot to Tua as he was getting up. Did they actually call that? Oh, they called unnecessary roughness on the offense. Personal foul. I bet you it was in response. I bet you it was. Wow, that was just both players at it here. Oh, is that one at the end? That was both players. Just call that on both. That should have been on both. Well, now we're 3rd and 29. This this is the fear of the Dolphins is they just tend to get jittery. They're trying to prove their toughness instead of proving that they're the winning team. They're just going to hand this one off. They don't want to, you're not going to go for it on 3rd and 29 with 8 minutes in the first quarter. You're not going big for it. Just punt. That was kind of some self-destruction there. They had a little drive going. They just self-destructed. All right. So now we're got the punt coming up. You guys have life lessons? I might put out a life lesson video. Fake the punt. Oh, they don't have the blocking set up for that. I'm just going to be happy if they get the punt off. All right, punt is up. It's a good one, too. Down to maybe like the 25-yard line. It's a good punt. They flip-flop the field position, so pretty good with that. All right. Well, 7-0. So I would say so far the game has been a early disaster. Early disaster for the Dolphins so far. So we are at commercial break. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We are streaming the game tonight. I'm 30 seconds ahead. All right. So I've seen Grassi do this too. So what I'll do is I'll give a countdown, Tim. I'll count down the play, like the game clock when it's moving, so you can try to sync up if you want. So you can just pause. You pause the stream till you get caught up or whatever. I notice like I'm ahead of Grassi's stream too. Like I'm announcing stuff and then I see the comments. I have his stream on mute, but I see his comments coming through or like after I see stuff too. We got fast. I'm in Florida. Wait, that doesn't matter. The game's in Wisconsin, but all right, we got Taco Bell going on the screen. Our signal is fast, but not always because we're definitely getting a disrupted signal on. So then I gotta move the channel or else the TV will automatically shut off, and then it's annoying to turn it back on. I'm sure there's a lot of people streaming the game here tonight. I'm sure everybody in the community is like streaming. Everybody's running their internet and stuff. To put extra layer, I made it cooler in the house. I turned the air conditioning down to 70 so I could sympathize with Tua. I don't know if that counts for anything. All right, we're fighting through our technical difficulties with the game because like I've never had an issue watching football ever at this place, but now it is here. Well, it's close. It's like double 32 plus a few degrees. So it's close. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Of course, I don't have the game on loud right now. So I'm just watching. So I'm going to go see if they're having trouble with the game out in the other room because they're also watching it. Hold on one second. All right, well, we're back live again. They're having the same issues out in the other room, so it's all good. 2nd and 10, Packers with the ball. Oh, and now it's commercial. So somewhere there's like HD channels available too. I don't know where that is. So I'm gonna just flip through because we're back at commercial break here now. See if I can find the there's like HD versions, and maybe the HD version will be going through well. All right, we got an injury on the field here. I don't know what that is. Sorry, I was like, I'm just trying to figure out if there's a better game stream. I found Football Americano NFL. I could watch that, but it's blocked. All right. Well, it is what it is. We just make do. We learn. We'll go back. Stream. I got commercial for my end right now. All right. Well, what is everybody's plans for tomorrow? We'll talk this. We're still on commercial break here right now. What are your plans for tomorrow? What are you guys doing? I think Tim, you said you got like 4 catering deliveries tomorrow, which is crazy. I guess I should double check Zifty. But no, I haven't had anything come through all day. I don't know, Jaeger. I think if we don't keep it close, it's going to get ugly. That's what I think. I mean, truthfully, the defense stopped them on the first drive. The offense was driving down the field, and they stopped themselves. Very nice, Tim. Very nice. So, like, the Dolphins, they've just made basically, like, a couple of mistakes, and that's it. That's the only difference between this being a 0-0 game. So, that's good stuff. But yeah, that's great for the day after Thanksgiving too. Like when you're kind of like winding down the week. All right, I got a first down for the Packers here. That was on 3rd and 3. First down for the Packers. And the good part is that you can go Best Buy and yeah. Because Best Buy on Instacart, a lot of that is usually just pick up and drop off, right? I haven't decided if I'm going to go sourcing for Amazon or do deliveries or both, or I'm not sure what I'm going to do. All right, got a little run, like for a 2-yard gain up the middle here. It's going to be about 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8 for Green Bay. Rideshare and Spark, awesome. Obviously, just as you're, especially for those of you who are doing deliveries tomorrow, just be careful with your dirty double stacks tomorrow because everything could be slow. That's a really good strategy, Midnight. Sticking with delivery only and not having to do shopping. It's not a bad strategy. Not a bad strategy. My Best Buy is also in range of Costco. Not that I expect there to be huge Costco orders tomorrow. I got another first down. Run right up the middle. First down, Green Bay into Miami territory here. All right. So Packers have the ball at Miami 28, 1st and 10. The Dolphins really, we cannot give up another touchdown here. Run kind of stopped. Maybe gain a 1 yard on the play. If you're trying to sync up, I've seen Grassi do this on a stream. So if you're trying to sync up your play with mine, 333, 32, 31, 30, 329 on the clock. Who orders catering orders at 9:55 at night? That's nuts. Got another run. About a 4-yard gain. It's going to be about 3rd down and 4. I thought maybe Miami jumped on that one, but they didn't call anything, so. Yeah, I mean, they do, but I don't know if I really want to be running in and shopping Costco tomorrow either. Yeah, I don't have a plan. I really don't have a plan for tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see what we got. I mean, I'm going to do supper for sure. Another run, another first down for Green Bay. Tripped him up at like the 7-yard line, maybe the 8. I mean, they're just running the ball. They're just running the ball right at the Dolphins. Dolphins can't stop them early on. Why pass it, right? It's cold. Just hand it off till they can stop you. I mean, they're chunking out 3 to 5 yards on almost every run play. Prime flight cargo. So that actually, like, at an airport, Tim? There's push in the pile. Wow. It's going to be at like second and goal at like the half-yard line. Why? If I'm the Packers, I don't pass the ball again until the Dolphins prove they can stop the run. Well, that's been the knock on them, Josh, is that they're like a finesse, like, right? So they're the team they can put up the big numbers on the offense, but it's a touchdown, I think, right? Yeah, he's in. It's a touchdown. The Dolphins player timed his rush perfectly, but he went for Love instead of the running back. That was 12 plays, 76 yards, took almost 7 minutes. Single orders for 35 on Uber Eats. All right. So everything I said about the Dolphins was can't have turnovers early. You can't give up a touchdown early, and you can't get down big early. All right. So the 3 keys to the Dolphins. The 3 keys. They are not doing. I'm gonna end my life as a Dolphin streamer in one stream. Well, you know what I kind of like about this? It's going to force Tua to throw, and Tua's got to prove he can throw in cold weather. The biggest issue with Tua is the knock is he can't throw in cold weather. So, did you just set up, Tim? Did you set up at a Walmart? Well, it's also easy to be over caffeinated, Richard, when your team is winning. When your team is losing, it's easy to be like, oh my goodness. But I mean, I consider myself fairly level headed in terms of that. So I think part of it is too, like, that's just, I mean, I give kudos to Grassi because you learn a screen presence by streaming constantly. Like, even streaming this game, I find myself like zoning out for like 10, 20, 30 seconds. If you listen to Grassi, every second is action packed. Nice. Well, I'll be on the lookout tomorrow, Tim. We'll try some stuff. I should probably be out early, but I doubt I'll be out early. So I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight for sure. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Hope you had a great day. We are YouTube's smallest Miami Dolphins streaming channel. So excited to be with you as our first ever official live stream. And so I got bringing out all sorts of food and stuff here. That turkey is very dark. Yeah, I don't know how you found 4 already tomorrow, Tim. That's crazy. That is crazy. I think pizza orders are going to be good tomorrow night too. If you end up having like a slower day and you're just looking for some extra income coming in, kickoff goes through the end zone. All right, so Miami's going to get the ball again. Basically, there's 55 seconds left in the first quarter here. You have decreed Dolphins scoring next. Well, I can tell you that NBC wants the Dolphins to score next. Tua's got to prove he can pass the ball. Tua's got to prove he can pass the ball. In cold weather. He's got to, obviously he can pass the ball. He's got to prove he can do it in cold weather. Fakes the toss. Nice dump over the middle. That's a nice play. Nice 11-yard play on first down for Miami. Get another first down. Jonnu Smith has been such a big part of this offense here the last few weeks. You just gotta feed him. Yeah, but like there comes a point too where it's like, look, Miami Dolphins players have grown up all around the country in all different types of weather. It's like everybody's played football in the snow at one point in time or another. Like that's always been the knock on like these SEC quarterbacks is they do really well in college, but they've struggled in the NFL. Not all of them, but some of them. And the knock is when it gets really tough in November, December, colder weather games, they tend to struggle a little bit. But you know what? Like, here's the thing. Just like the Lions had this thing. The Lions had this thing where they can't win on Thanksgiving. By the way, it's the end of the first quarter. So Miami does have the ball. The Lions had this thing. Can't win. Lions can't win on Thanksgiving. Lions can't win on Thanksgiving. And they went in and they won on Thanksgiving. So if a narrative is true, it's only true till you change the narrative. Have you guys noticed the commercials have been like a lot more Christmassy, family friendly this year? We were noticing that this morning when we were watching like the Thanksgiving parade, and we even watched some of the dog show. By the way, a pug dog, won the National Dog Show today. His name was Vito. It's the first pug ever to be crowned National Dog Show Best of Show. First pug ever. So if you're a pug lover, when we were watching the show, my son picked him out right away as his favorite dog, and then saw him win best in class, and then saw him win best in show. Yeah, like here's the thing. I mean, I went back to Wisconsin a couple winters ago, like in January, like the dead cold, and it was like, okay, it was annoying, but it took me about an hour or two off the plane. And I was like, okay, you know what? This is not my favorite weather, but I'll be fine. Yeah, and this was like I went to Wisconsin from Florida, and it went from like 70 in Florida to like 0 or 10 degrees in Wisconsin. I'm like, it's annoying, but all right, we're getting back here. Start of the second quarter. End of the first, start of the second quarter. We're gonna get everything run. Like you're a professional in an outdoor sport. Like you just got to figure out how to do it. All right, Tua drops back, dumps it out. It's going to be another first down here. Alec Ingold with the reception. So we got another first down for Miami. Like this is all the time. Like you, even if you're going to say like, look, we're not going to go for the big shots all the time. If they're going to give you this stuff underneath, you just got to take it. Like Dan Marino made a career on just picking apart defenses with short throws across the middle, and then You hit the home run when you've got it. I mean, the problem for defenses here is you've got Waddle and Hill, which you have to respect. There you go. Nice little toss. Another first down run for Achane here. So Ingold had the catch on the last one, and now he throws a nice block here on this one. Just opened up the hole. Perfect. That's like a nice play to go have that on back-to-back plays. Make a catch over the middle and then just lead with a nice block. That's really good. All right, Miami's got 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line of Green Bay. They really need a touchdown here. And that run play goes nowhere. It's going to be like 2nd and 12, something like that. Richard decreed a TD, so I'm here for it. Well, I guess he decreed a score next, but we need it to be a touchdown. Well, here's the thing. Alec Ingold, right? He went to the University of Wisconsin, they just showed. So he's used to playing out in this cold weather. Oh, that's a bad pass. Oh, he got by. There we go. Broke a tackle. All right. It's going to be about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, something like that. Let's see. I'll have to look. So, well, I do know the Cubs used to be owned by the Wrigley family of Wrigley chewing gum. All right, we're 3rd and 6 here. They're in field goal range, but you really want to keep this drive going here. Tua drops back, not finding anybody. Over the middle, he's not going to get there. That was his only option. He had nothing deep. Got a 2-yard pass play. Yeah, I always thought that was the White Sox as well. Let's see. Are they going for it? They are. The Dolphins are going for it here on 4th and 4. Are they going for it, or are they just trying to draw them off sides? Because they're going for it. It's delay a game on Miami. You were actually right, at least according to this. At least. All right, I'm going to do some more research here. Yeah, they did. In 1870, they started as the Chicago White Stockings. All right, Dolphins going for the field goal here. They jumped. Dolphins jumped. The field goal would have been good, but the Dolphins jumped just self-destruction. This is the problem. You've got to just go, unless it's on. Oh, it's on the defense. So now we're back to 4th and 4 after all of that. If they let him kick it, they probably. So what are we going to do? Is the Dolphins going to go for it again now? They were going for it on 4th and 4, then delay a game, then a neutral zone infraction. So now Dolphins are going for it again. This is wild. I don't know if I've ever seen this series of plays. Go for it on fourth down, delay a game, kick the field goal on fourth down, neutral zone infraction, go for it on 4th and 4. He got him. He got him. It's a first down. There we go. The Dolphins needed that. It is 1st and goal, Miami. 1st and goal, Miami. I don't think you make this call if you're like, 8 or 9 wins on the season. I think that's the call you make when you're down and your back is up against the wall for playoffs. I don't think you make that call in week 1. I don't think you make that call if you're like, what are the Dolphins? If they were like 8-3, I don't think they make that call. Ooh, that didn't look good on Achane. Wrapped up in the backfield. 2nd and goal, but that was a big loss on the play. Big loss on the play. I don't think you designed that play with it letting Smith not block him. I think you have to have Jonnu Smith block him if you know that's a running play there. 2nd and goal. I don't know where we're at, like the 13, 15-yard line. And a screenplay that basically goes nowhere. We're 3rd and goal, also from the 15-yard line here. All right, well, it is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal from the 15-yard line. I don't know if they go for the touchdown here or a fishnet stocking for the Chicago White Sox. Are they going to just go to get – oh, don't get sacked here. They're going to rule that a incomplete pass. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 15-yard line. Now the Dolphins will go, yeah, it's an incomplete pass. All right. Well, now Miami's going to kick the field goal, put the points on the board, make it a 14-3 game here at this point in time. You are watching on the smallest Miami Dolphins YouTube channel that there is. So thank you for hanging out with us here. All right. Sanders is going for this field goal here. And it is good. So at least Miami will not get shut out tonight. 14-3 Miami. That drive was good. I mean, it stalled at the very end with, I think, a couple of questionable play calls, but that was a good drive. Now we need another defensive stand. So they had some time to rest, so that sounds good. And, I mean, remember, they held them. The Dolphins held them on their first offensive possession, but then they muffed the punt. So the Packers have only had to have one sustained drive. The other one, they started the drive 1st and goal. So if now that the defense had time to rest, maybe. Hey, you called it, Richard, though, right? You called it. And the defense just needed a rest. The defense got worked because of that muff punt. So, I mean, obviously what's on the board is on the board. But here's how I look at it. Because I try to project the game going forward based on what I've seen. If the Dolphins don't muff that punt, even if they don't score on that, all the Packers have done is one sustained drive for a touchdown. And then they capitalize off the Dolphins' mistakes, that's fair. So the score is 14-3. But I've got a feeling like, okay, maybe Dolphins can put up another defensive stand, get the ball back. They got a chance for like 2 more possessions here, at least one, but maybe 2 more possessions in the first half, and they get the ball first in the second half. So I think actually a lot of times people are like, I get it, like 7 points won't do it, like for sure, Ryan. But I think also the psychological damage you do to your team if you drive the field and then you don't put points on the board, that's just like killer. And I think all of these like advanced stats and metrics and analytics, I think sometimes they don't take in psychology into the mix. Let's see. I mean, I no, the Packers have done a good job of just drafting and developing quarterbacks. It's just been their thing. I mean, every franchise wish. All right, we got a kickoff going here. Tackled right around the 30-yard line, looks like. You love the Packers. There is also a football game tomorrow, guys, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Raiders and Chiefs play 3 o'clock Black Friday afternoon. So, all right, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Packers here. The Dolphins really could use a defensive stand. Turnover would be really big here for the Dolphins. But just a run to the outside, easy first down. Still on his feet. About 4 missed tackles by the Dolphins. That was Reed for the Packers on that run. And there's a Dolphin player injured as well on the play. If you're Green Bay, I would run the ball. I would run the ball at the Dolphins every play until they can stop it. Dolphins' run defense has been atrocious today. Just like as the Packers, you could be absolutely content to not let Jordan Love throw another pass for a long time. Yeah, 3 hours. So you did a road trip. Was that like for Thanksgiving and family stuff, Jason? Well, yeah, I mean, that's the problem. I mean, isn't that the Bears' issue this year? I think that's the Bears' issue is you got Caleb Williams, but you got to throw him into the fire right away. And all these guys, like, sure, they're great in college, but you need a little time. Well, awesome. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you, Jason. Hope you have a good trip. We'll try to keep you informed on the game on the ride home. All right. So we got injury timeout on the field for the Dolphins. Eberflus fired yet? I don't know if you guys heard Daniel Jones, who just got released by the Giants. He got signed by the Vikings. So he went from being a starting quarterback on a horrible team to a backup quarterback on a really good team. You guys take that trade? I mean, there's only so many starting quarterback spots. But when you're just getting destroyed, it's not always the worst thing in the world. Yeah, that's not bad at all, Jason. So Well, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Appreciate you guys hanging out here tonight, talking a little football. Sounds like a lot of you guys are going to be out delivering tomorrow. I don't have my stream for sure, but tentatively do like that 5 to 9 p.m. shift. That's been fun. We had a lot of fun last night. We were running like 40 people watching the stream. All right. Dolphins player walked off, went into the tent. Let's see what happens here. All right. Packers have the ball. 1st and 10. The Miami 47-yard line is what we got going here. All right. They're going to pass it. Little dump off. Wrapped up after about a 3-yard, 4-yard gain. Why do that, though? I mean, I really mean that. Another handoff right up the middle. Dolphins stop this one. It's going to be about 3rd and 5 to go here. Richard, what do you guys have? Do you have in the UK? Do you guys have some sort of thankfulness celebration? I've been trying to survey people from all our different countries because I've heard that most countries have some form of holiday for thankfulness or harvest or something like that. So, and I should know, but I actually don't know about what the UK has. All right, it's 3rd and 6. Love drops back, dumps it over the middle, incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 6. So Miami defense, maybe. Are they going to go for it? I don't think they will. Love wants to go for it, but yeah, it looks like they are going to go for it on 4th and 6. I would punt it here. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they could try to draw them off sides here. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to draw them off sides. Yeah, they're just trying to draw them off sides. So we're going to see here if Miami's taking the penalty. It's probably going to be 4th and 11. So Miami is declining the penalty. It would push them back 5 yards, but they figure maybe that would help the kicker. So they're snapping from the 44-yard line of Miami. Punt is away. Wow. He caught it. Brought it back, caught it around the 8, brought it to the 15. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what we got. Man, I'm just nervous with all these. After that first muff punt, I'm like nervous. Holding on Miami. So Miami's going to start from like their own 8-yard line here. You got between Christmas, you got like 1 week of festivities. All right. Gotcha. Got coffee for the road. All right. You got me talking. You're on the ride home too, Jason. So everything good. I barely have room for the water that I'm drinking, but I have to drink to. It just showed a Dolphins fan who also had a cheese grater on their head. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, I remember. So the Dolphins played the Packers in Lambeau on Christmas Day 2 years ago, and the Dolphins basically lost that, and I think they basically lost their playoff hopes that night. All right, there's a flag on the play. It's a handoff for about a 1-yard gain. They didn't blow the play dead, so I'm assuming this is like offsides or neutral zone on the defense. Yep, offsides defense. Going to be a 5-yard penalty. Well, the refs didn't want to be cold tonight, so they are just throwing those flags to get their calisthenics in and stay nice and warm all game. Speaking of cold, it's actually starting to get cold in here. Obviously, we will be on for the whole game today, but we'll be on for Tom Grassi and Grassi raids as well. So I'll all right, dump over the middle. Oh, he caught it. First down, Miami, and out of bounds. Doesn't really matter because the clock's still going to keep moving, but that looked a little dangerous, but it worked. 1st and 10, Miami. So we're liking this. We're liking that was a little dump off to Mostert on the outside. Very nice. First and 10 from the 25-yard line, their own 25 at this point. That's a run up the middle that basically gets stuffed, goes nowhere. It'll be about 2nd and 10, maybe 2nd and 9 if they give them a little forward progress on that. Something along those lines. We got a flag. We've got a flag again. Holding on Miami. All right, so now we're back to 1st and 20 from the 15-yard line. All right, 1st and 20. Lots of flags. So many flags. I think I'd almost prefer 1st and 20 over what we had, though. There we go. It's a nice 15-yard pickup. So now it's going to be 2nd and 5. So in the end, it turned out good because the result of that last play was a 2nd and 10. Now it's instead going to be 2nd and 5 after we picked up 15 on that play. I like 2nd and 5 a lot better than 2nd and 10. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. You are watching YouTube's smallest Miami Dolphins channel. We've got, Gracie always tells how many members in the chat. We've got 10 people in the chat right now. But happy Thanksgiving. Love hanging out with you guys, talking some football. All right, Tim, congrats on your big day tomorrow. Do well. Tua is sacked on that play. Yes, I did say that. But the person who recorded that midnight also is moving in like 2 weeks. So he is in the midst of packing up boxes. So I got the jersey. I'm trying to look like a football streamer the best I can today. But yes, it would theoretically help. But Uber Eats Walmart deals for $35. That's Tim's advice. And Tua goes down again. So we went from 2nd and 5 to like 4th and 25 on back-to-back plays. Yeah, I know. But here's the other thing. We're also not going to be out there begging to get rated. If we get rated, we get rated. We're good. I feel like it is a good opportunity because we are Dolphin streamers. So I feel like that is a good chance. I was trying to figure out, like, the thing is, like, all my Dolphin stuff is in our storage locker. So when we get into the new place, we're going to try to set up the background and stuff. I don't know if I know. I appreciate it, Midnight. I'm doing my best. right? The person who recorded that video would also say it's not about your resources, it's about your resourcefulness. I'm just happy that this TV channel's been staying on here. All right. We are at a commercial break here right now. Green Bay just got the punt right around the 40-yard line. So I tried to shape the beard today. Does it look a little better and a little less wild and wonky? It's amazing. It doesn't take that long. Doesn't take that long for this thing to start poofing out, but I feel like we're pretty good here today. All right, so we're kind of waiting to see. We're nearing halftime here. We'll put. By the way, I got a bug flying around my face here. We'll put the Grassi stream also in the chat so you guys can follow along there. Because the person who made that video also said he loves to send people over. So this is that's the Grassi stream. So you can, if you want to head on over there. I mean, we still got a little bit before halftime, but that is the stream. So I'll be rating because I'm going to be at a computer tonight. So we'll be streaming and rating at the same time. We're going to do some fins up magic here. By the way, if we do get the Grassi raid and you guys are on, I'll build the Tom Grassi staircase. But we got the Grassi emojis. So the plan is to flood the chat with the Grassi emojis if he comes on in. All right, 2nd and 2 for the Packers here. We got just over 2 minutes left. Up the middle, broken tackle on a run. Another broken tackle. This Dolphins defense can just not tackle. And I mean, it's like all these different running backs. It's all right, we are at the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. So honestly, it feels like we should be down more than 14-3, and we might be in a little bit the way this drive is going. But I'm hearing disgruntled grunts from my kids in the other room watching the game. 'Tis the nature of it. You're listening in bed, Lisa. All right. Well, it's like I'm telling a bedtime story to you guys. Yeah, I know it's late. It's crazy. It's crazy how many people like are in positions to stay up and like watch these games on a regular basis. Because yeah, I'm at the point now where it's like, oh man, usually after halftime, we like stay on until through the Grassi raids, and it's like, oh yeah, orders are done. I'm just gonna head home and go to bed. But we're gonna power through. We are gonna power through the game. Yeah, Jason's driving. It's 2:30 in the morning where Richard is. Lisa's in bed. I'm in the office while my kids are supposed to be in bed, but they're up talking and watching the game. So that's what we got going here. I still feel like this game could turn into a blowout for the Packers, by the way. And in terms of like the Dolphins' playoff chances, I don't think they have to win this game. But if they lose this game, I think they have to win the rest of their games. This is, if you do the math here, I want to see. This is the Dolphins' fourth game in how many days? Let's see. Fourth game in 24 days. So they had a Monday night followed by 2 Sundays followed by a Thursday. Now, again, no excuses, but it is crazy like how that schedule plays out. If you ever see a team, if you ever see a team that has like a Thursday night and a Monday night game, they end up playing 3 games in 11 days. So they go Monday night and then the following Sunday and then Thursday. It's like 3 games in 11 days. So maybe it's 3 and 18. Am I doing the math wrong? Hold on. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm incorrect here. Not Dolphin safe. Oh, midnight. Yeah, sorry. This is not an excuse for the Dolphins by any means, but this is their fourth game in 18 days. Fourth game in 18 days. So they played on the 11th, the 17th, the 24th, and the 28th. So in an 18-day span, playing 4 games, and this one on the road and everything. So the Dolphins' real problem is not this game. Their real problem is all the games that they lost earlier in the season that they should have won. And not being able to put together anything while Tua was out. Not Dolphin safe. Yeah. Old school tuna. Oh, wide open. There is a flag on the play. Is it going to be a push off on Green Bay? There's so many flags. No, it's going to count. I mean, if you're going to pass interference on the guy, at least take him down so he can't catch the ball. All right, so we got the Grassi stream. So if you guys want to also keep that stream open, they're going to be raiding channels at halftime here. As soon as the clock is running, I'll give you a little update so you're kind of synced up with me. Here, it is 1st and 10. They're already down the Dolphin 20-yard line. If they score a touchdown here, we're in trouble the rest of the way. Run up the middle, about a 4-yard gain. Dolphins are going to use their timeouts here as well. All right, so we've got Dolphins use their first timeout. There's 1:48 left. Packers are 2nd and 7 from the Dolphins 17-yard line. Little swing pass out to the side. Ends up picking up about 6 yards. It's going to be about 3rd and 1. Dolphins are going to use their next timeout here with 1:42 left. So Oh, excuse me. Got to drink some more water here. All right. They're calling it 3rd and 2 for the Packers here. They're down in Miami 12-yard line. Obviously, they're looking to score a touchdown here, but if they can even get a first down, they're going to probably prevent Miami from getting the ball back here. If somehow Miami can hold them to a field goal, little swing pass to the outside, that's going to be a touchdown for Green Bay. So I guess the timeouts work for the Dolphins because they're going to have a minute and a half left. It's 20-3, but ugh. It's just a defense that can't defend anything. All right, and the extra point is up and good, 21-3. All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new edition. All right, well, that's what we got. The Dolphins got themselves a pickle that they got to get out of. I was going to actually look up that the score of that Dolphins Chiefs game last year. And because I kind of forget exactly how the scoring went in that. So the Chiefs won 26-7. Yeah, no, I mean the Packers are a really good team. Midnight. I also am not driving around, but I am not in the Mile High City. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We're going to have some fun in the chat. It's all good. So, yeah, 26-7 was how that game went. I was hoping to find a box score of it to see. It feels like the good teams. Here we go. It feels like the good teams kind of just systematically kind of pick apart the Dolphins. Yeah, so that game was like 16-7 at halftime, and then they scored 3, and then they scored 7. It's like when Miami gets behind, they just can't play their game. And Troll Bus Driver, appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Hope you're having a good night. We're just hanging out here, doing that football thing. Yeah, no, I mean, Miami is a team that when they get out ahead of you, they can just pummel you. But their confidence gets shaken very quickly when they get behind. And that's what I said right at the beginning of the stream. Miami had to not turn the ball over early, not get behind early, and not get behind big early. And they've just done all 3 of those things that every Dolphins fan who watches this team knows that if those 3 things happen, then you're in for probably a long night. It's very consistent. It's not just Tua. It's not just McDaniel. It's what it's been for a long time. If we get up early, then you usually feel pretty confident that you can score points, especially with the current offense. But if you get behind early, by the way, I still don't like the new style of kickoffs. That's just because I'm an old fogey who doesn't like change, I guess. But all right, Dolphins get the ball at the goal line. He runs it out to about the 30. So Dolphins are going to 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line, roughly, with a minute 32 to go. All right, they're going to give some. So the Dolphins have lost 6 straight games, played 32 degrees or below, including 3 in the playoffs. So if you want to change the narrative, you got to change the narrative. If you want your all right, pass over the middle, incomplete. All right, sounds good, Richard. Thanks for hanging out. See you later. Yeah, Tornado, I know there's been weird stuff going on. But happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Yeah, but like you've got to I mean, here's the thing. You have to figure out how to fix it. Like you can't just say like is there ever going to be a road to a Super Bowl for the Dolphins that's not going to involve cold weather games? Tua runs to the ball. He avoids the hit and ducks out of bounds, maybe with like a yard to go. So it's going to be like 3rd and 1 for Miami here with a minute 20. But here's the scary thing: if they don't get a first down here, they might have to punt. New Tua ducks out of bounds. Old Tua would have taken the hit, and that's also a thing here because now you're behind. 3rd and 1. It is a first down with a little drop off over the middle to Jonnu Smith. So Dolphins still have a timeout. There's a minute 10 left. Let's see if they can manage the clock better than the Bears earlier today. I'm looking for 3 lessons. I think I'm going to do a 3 lessons video from Thanksgiving Day. I could also hold off for Black Friday. It's another first down to Jonnu Smith over the middle. Good evening, Savage Batman. How's it going? Happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, life lessons from Thanksgiving. All right, so one is manage time wisely. I might hold off if we don't have another one. There's change the narrative. You've changed the narrative positively. 2nd and 10 Miami here with about 39 seconds to go. Tua drops back, dumped over the middle. H.N. was able to get about 5 or 6 yards on that play. There's about 31 seconds remaining. Looks like Miami's going to use their final timeout here. So I have two major life lessons so far. I haven't watched all of the highlights and stuff like that. Are you talking about because they're losing draft position, Ryan? So one is manage your time wisely with how the Bears. I was hoping that I could double up on the change the narrative. If you want to change the narrative, you got to do things differently. Yeah. 3rd and 5 for Miami. He did not hold on to it. This is going to be 4th and 5 with an incomplete pass. All right, so it's 4th and 5, Miami here. 27 seconds to go. I guess they feel like they got to go for a first down here. They're on like the 38-yard line of Green Bay. They're choosing to go for it. Nope. Overthrew his receiver. It's going to be Packers ball. Wolf Drifter, happy Thanksgiving. Turkey, ham, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, green beans. I had all of those things today except for ham. But I did have ham sandwich last night. Yeah, that was way overshot there. Yeah, well, Saquon Barkley was he was my life lesson from last week. And the Giants both were too. American Walmart, thanks for hanging out with us here. You're probably Grassi's stream is way more entertaining than our stream. So last week I talked about Saquon, just because others give up on you doesn't mean you have to give up on yourself. And then I also talked about the Giants in light of Daniel Jones. Is the scapegoat that you've been blaming is not necessarily the real problem. All right. Packers got a first down on that. Got out of bounds. There's 15 seconds left. Packers are going for more points, and I don't blame them. Especially with the Dolphins getting the ball. If you're the Packers, you can somehow get even 3 on the board here to go up by 3 touchdowns before the half. I mean, you got to have the, and I just non-tackling. It's like the Dolphins just need to tackle better. That's a clearly evident. Clearly evident. Yeah, well, I think what all this game does, so from a Dolphins perspective, I think this game kind of confirms most of what we as Dolphin fans have been skeptically thinking, which is we've had this little streak, this little winning streak, because we've been going against bad teams. And this team is not ready to compete among the top teams in the league right now. Doesn't mean they can't get there, but they're just not ready yet. Fortunately, we don't have too many hard games the rest of the way, and we could still win out and get in, but they just don't tackle. They don't tackle well. That's what I would say is I mean, and to be honest, guys, like I've been talking football and stuff, but this is like the first Dolphins game I've really gotten to sit and watch all year. And it's like, yeah, it's pretty apparent why they weren't able to sustain much of anything when Tua was out. It's just I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to say it's like all individual efforts, but it just doesn't look like a team that's cohesive. It doesn't look like a team that's fully playing together yet. And I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know if they're going to be able to pull things back together before the season is over. And I mean, I feel like this is the type of Dolphins team that squeaks in the playoffs and just gets smashed in round 1. 2nd and 1, it is going to be first down. Packers are going to call a timeout with 3 seconds left. Ball's going to be at about the Dolphins' 28-yard line. So there's 3 seconds to go in the game. I've got the link for the Grassi chat up, so you guys can hop on over there as well if you want to follow along. Obviously, if you're on a phone, it's harder to do, but they're already starting to talk about raids. So maybe we get a pity raid. Maybe we get a pity raid tonight as Dolphins fans. All right, so just so you guys know, in our chat, if you are one of our members, if the raid comes, all right, we can start building the Grassi ladder here. And field goal is good. So it's going to be 24-3 at halftime. All right, that was pretty much everything that I said the Dolphins couldn't do in the first half. If they wanted to win, they did. So at least I feel like, yeah, there we go. I love it. I love it. There we go. We got our Grassies in the chat. So, I mean, so I've got the link to the Grassi stream. So I'm also going to be joining the raids too as well. So I've got my chat on. We got our Grassies in the chat. We got our dumpsters. We can throw a we're going to do Dolphins and thumbs down, Craig. Dolphins dumpster fire. All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. We're gonna do the epic. You guys can spam the Grassies. Okay. We can go crazy. I don't know how many it's gonna let me go. What's the most Grassies that you can do? Whatever that number is the most. All right, first raid is going on. It's kind of weird. Like I'm listening to Grassi stream with the guy who's being raided at the same time. It's cool. This guy. All right, second raid going on. Hopping over to the second one. Oh, it's a Dolphins fan. See, I told you. What did I tell you? You're more likely. So you got a Dolphins fan. I've said, I think in my video, you're more likely to get rated if you happen to be a fan of one of the two teams that is playing. And he did rate a Dolphins fan, not me, but he did rate a Dolphins fan tonight. So he's got a nice little Dolphins flag in the background, Dolphins hat on, horizontal live stream. We're kind of always studying. All right, we got our Grassies ready to go in the chat. We are max Grassied out. Now he's doing a Packers fan. All right, this is raid number 3. Let's go, Grassi. We ready for you. Casey, come on, man. You're hurting here. You're hurting. Grassi raid. Oh, so this one is a vertical live stream, by the way, guys. But he rated 1 Dolphins and 2 Packers fans, which again goes with kind of the theory that I have too, right? More likely if you're just streaming for your team. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, obviously it's not fun from the Dolphin side, but let's go, Grassy. Hey, we're the only ones that I've ever seen who have Grassy emojis ready to go. So yeah, no, 2 is missed throws. I mean, but just you can't muff that punt at the beginning of the game. It just set the wrong tone right from the very beginning. He's doing another Dolphins one. So 2 Dolphins, 2 Packers, and 1 other guy. Yeah, so I'm just following along on all the Grassy raids tonight. He did 2 Dolphins fans, 3 Packers fans, and 1 other person, which I didn't catch what team they were for. So definitely, definitely fits what I've been saying. So, all right. Well, awesome. Hopefully, I was participating. I hit all the raids tonight. I think I got it posted in all of them. I went to every stream at least. We got another the Dolphins one that he just raided. They just did a counter raid, so that's funny. Regardless, happy Thanksgiving to you, Tom Grassi. Even though you will never probably see this, we appreciate you. All right. So yeah, yep. I try to get the comment and I try to hit the like, and it's like a lot of stuff I'm juggling, but I don't know if I got all of them. I did my best. Try to get in, at least get the comment, help the algorithms for them the best we can. All right. Well, I appreciate all of you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you as well. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're doing better than the Dolphins are doing right now. I'm also out here like sitting and waiting and watching to see if the Mets and Juan Soto are going to sign a deal. I was hoping it was going to come down today, but the longer it goes, the more I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So I keep like refreshing like MLB app like incessantly. All right, so we're still at halftime here. Hope you guys are all doing well. We'll get back to game coverage once there's a game to cover. Dolphins get the ball. I'm going to say this. If the Dolphins don't score a touchdown here, I think you can pretty much put this game in the books. The Dolphins need to show that they can change up their game plan here and score. Yeah, words and stuff. Dolphins got to prove they can make some sort of adjustment. And like I said, the only thing I want to do is not to get blown out. And I think it kind of hinges a lot on this opening drive. Even if you now take out that muffed punt that started the game, you'd still be down by 14 at halftime. So it's I don't know, it's something. So here's what I'm wondering. Can I have like Gamecast on? Is that legal? Or part of the screen? I want to see if I can do part of the screen. Let's see. What if I do? I'm going to fiddle with some stuff here. So if I do that layout, and then we share the screen, and we share the screen, and then we share here, but then we don't do. I don't want to share the audio. I don't want to do. I don't want to do the entire screen. No, definitely don't want to do that. I want to do this. I just don't want to I don't want to break any copyright things. I was hoping I could just do the score. There's other stuff I know I can do on the side here of StreamYard. There's other stuff that I can do. All right. It is just about time. No, Casey, I didn't do anything. I stayed home all day today. We did like an hour and a half stream hunting Amazon for some deals. So I don't know if that video posted yet. It was taking a little while to process, but we did that this morning, and then I just spent time with family today. So, all right. Green Bay's kicking off to Miami here. Looks like it's snowing a little bit again. All right. Kickoff fielded at around the 10. Brings it out to like the 23, 24 yard line. Yeah, we got it. one of those words, midnight. One of those words. All right. Miami, it's touchdown to the game is over. I'm just going to say it right now. I'm not saying they're going to win if they score a touchdown. I'm just saying if they don't score a touchdown, they are not going to win this game. One of those combinations of letters, the Liviers. It sounds so formal in French. All right. All right. There's a pass across the middle to Tyreek. He like almost caught it, bobbled it, caught it again, ends up getting like a 2-yard gain on the play here. It was only a 2-yard gain, but that could have been disaster. The snow is flying a lot more now. It's still not accumulating on the field, but it's a lot more snow. Little dump off across the middle for about a 4-yard gain. It's going to be about 3rd and 4. Going on 14 minutes. We'll sync some time for you here so you can get caught up with whatever as soon as I show the clock again. I would definitely want to have like the lead that Green Bay has right now in this sort of weather, because you can just go out there and you can just run the ball. Just run the ball. No matter what happens with the weather, the cold, the rest of the way, just hand the ball off and run it. All right, 3rd and 3 is what they're calling it here. It's going to be a false start on Miami. 3rd and 8. Oh, delay a game. If not, if it wasn't going to be a delay a game, it was going to be a false start because the right guard moved. I'll tell you what the Dolphins look like. The Dolphins look like an average NFL team. They look like the type of team that on their good days, they could give a good team a run for their money. And on their bad teams, they could lose to just about anybody, which leads to being like an 8-8 team, or now 8-9 or 9-8. Got to dump off over the middle, missed them. You're not going to get that call. And it's going to be 4th down. Tua's throws have been off tonight. They're not good. They're just not good throws. He has a nice pocket, good protection. It was late. The throw was late. All right, here comes the punt. Punt's going down. Fair caught at around the 22-yard line by the Packers. Packers fielding the punt. It is obviously, I'm not going to stop cheering. I'm not going to stop broadcasting, but I would say this game is probably over unless the Dolphins can start generating some turnovers or something. That was not the drive that the Dolphins needed coming out at the beginning of the second half. So, doesn't change my fandom. I'm just the I try to be the world's most level-headed sports fan. I celebrate when things are good, but I'm a realist. And we've got our problems, but it's okay. So now what the Dolphins have to do, they got to figure out how to win their final 6 games of the season. All right, we're at commercial break right now. Packers are going to get the ball back. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us here tonight. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. Hope you didn't eat too much, fan. All right, commercial break. So you guys are all good, not missing anything. I got no updates to give you. This game is this game. It's what it's got to be. So we're trying to figure out life lessons. I might hold off because I want them to be real. Like I don't want them to be like fabricated life lessons, but I really like you have to. If you don't manage your time, it'll run away from you. That's such a good lesson from the Bears game. Like I love that life lesson, and I also love the life lesson of. I mean, oh, they're showing more food on TV. I've eaten so much food, but it still looks good. I mean, you could do the change the narrative from the opposite way for the Dolphins. Like if you want people to change the narrative about you but you still produce the same results, then that's on you. That's not on other people. So don't believe the narrative other people are telling about you, but if you want the narrative to change, you've got to change it. We could do that. I mean, I could do the Lions are the example of how you change the narrative. You can't win on Thanksgiving. The Dolphins are the example of how not to change the narrative, which is you can't win in cold weather. So both of them had like 6 or 7 game losing streaks in these situations, and I mean, I get it. It's cold. It's in the 20s, but that's not like cold. This isn't like I give them a pass on that Chiefs game, honestly. I think the Dolphins going in to beat the Chiefs was going to be tough anyway, even in great conditions. In fact, if anything, I think the cold maybe kept it from being a worse blowout than it could have been otherwise. Crazy. Top 3 rushing leaders are all guys that got known for Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. They all got known for being running backs on other teams, and all those teams gave up on them. All the original teams gave up on them. They didn't bring them back. Right, exactly. Like, I mean, I get it. It's if you're I mean, I joke about Florida cold or whatever, but this is not. I mean, 20 degrees is like huge pass play for Christian Watson. No, I mean, the Dolphins defense is bad. That's what I would say. At least they're playing bad today. I haven't seen enough games this year. Their defense is bad, and if they make any mistakes and the offense isn't clicking perfectly, they can't keep up with anybody. Like when the offense is clicking, it's obviously it's a great offense when they're clicking. But no, the Dolphins are an average. The Dolphins are an average football team. The Packers look, and I don't want to take this away from the Packers. The Packers look like a solid team. I like what I'm seeing in Jordan Love today. I will say that. Like Jordan Love, he doesn't look like he's trying to do too much. He just looks like he's out there. He's going to just take what the defense gives him and just keep handing it off, dumping it over, and then hitting the occasional big play. I mean, it just doesn't feel like when you face the Packers, it just feels like whoever they have in that quarterback spot is just trained in the same mold as the previous quarterback. No, I would. I mean, if you're a Packers fan, be all in on Jordan Love. Like, I mean, that's what I would say. I would say if you're looking to, if you're like a sports card investor, I'd be a buyer on Jordan Love with what I'm seeing. I mean, it's from everything I've been hearing, but like now actually getting to sit and watch a game, he knows he kind of knows what to do in every situation. He's not trying to do too much. So the drop back from the 11-yard line, dumps it off. It's actually going to be for a loss here. It was 2nd and 8. Now it's going to be probably about 3rd and 13. But again, even though that particular play didn't work out, he didn't try to jam it in. It was a screenplay that got read. No, I mean, I'm telling you, if you're a sports card investor, like the time to be buying your Jordan Love rookies and stuff is soon. He looks like he has it. He's got a good system around him. He's got a good front office. It looks like they're giving him the right pieces. Big pressure. Completed pass. It is going to be short of the first down, but that was still a great play by Love right there. He went from almost being sacked, looking like he was going to throw it away, to completing a pass. It's a really good catch. Not quite a one-handed catch, but he stopped it with one hand and then used both to bring it in. All right, Packers are going to kick a field goal here. This will put them up by 24 if they are able to knock this one through. And it is good. It's 27-3. I would call this a blowout as of right now. I mean, I just don't see how this Miami team who scored 3 points all day is going to put together 4 scoring drives, and how this defense is going to stop them from scoring more. It is just, yeah, it's just. I mean, here's the fact. So who have the Packers lost to? See, I always like to look at these things too. Is like the Packers are a good team. You know, that NFC North is just crazy because the Lions won again today. Packers are going to win, and like the Vikings, I think, still get the Bears twice. Okay, so the Packers lost to the Lions. There's no shame in that loss, right? Packers lost to the Vikings. There's no shame in that loss. And then they lost the first game of the season in a shootout to Philadelphia. And what's the Eagles' record on the year right now? Eagles are what, like 9-2? Packers. So we'll go over Dolphins schedule. I mean, Packers have their 3 losses are to teams that are as good or better than them record-wise. You know, basically, I mean, I guess the Vikings are maybe a game behind them, but all their losses, they lost at Philadelphia, right? Is that so? Their losses are at Philadelphia in week 1, home against the Vikings. They're going to get a chance for redemption there, and home against the Lions, they're going to get a chance for redemption there. So the Packers Lions game next week, that's such a huge game. So, all right, what's the Dolphins' schedule the rest of the way? So the Dolphins they have to win out, but they can. So next week they get the Jets at home. All right. Then the next week they have to go on the road to Houston, beat the Texans. That sounded like a bigger deal a while back, but the Texans have lost one, two, three of their last 4 games, including a loss to the Jets and a loss to the Titans. I bet you the Texans are kind of a lot like the Dolphins. They're like a decent team, but not a they're just like an average NFL team. All right. So you've got the Jets next week. You got to win that game. You get a rest too, right? Because it's a Thursday night game. So you get 9 days to rest up. Then you got home against the 49ers. You got to win that game. Then you've got at the Browns and at the Jets to finish the season. So I guess 5-0. Dolphins got to go 5-0. Because they'll be 5-7. I'm telling you what. Those Lions are looking good. But I mean, they took some steps last year, but you got to get over the hump. I mean, I would have to say it's going to be Chiefs and Lions would probably be Super Bowl favorites. There we go. There's a little first down run for Miami. There's 20 yards. There's 30 yards. There's a flag. Flag at the end of the play might call the whole thing back. It was going to be a 26-yard gain. All right, so the first down will stand because the holding was after the first down marker. So it will be a first down Miami, but the gain will not be as big as what it was going to be a hold on Tyreek. So many flags in this game. It slowed down a little bit in the second half, but there were a ton in the first half. All right. First and 8, I guess. All right. It's going to be another first down pass for Miami. There was a fumble on the play, but a fumble went out of bounds. All right, it is first and 10 Miami. We'll see where the ball is spotted after that fumble out of bounds. They're on their own 45-yard line is what we got here. First and 10 Miami on their own 45. That was like a weird, I don't know what that play was. It's a whole bunch of running for a 2-yard gain. It was like a fake handoff to Tyreek, but an actual handoff to Mostert. Let's see what this was. So it was like a fake handoff and then a toss back to Mostert. Mostert salvaged that play. Mostert salvaged that. He got a 2-yard gain or 1-yard gain is what they're calling it. 2nd and 9. We got 2nd and 9 for the Dolphins here. Tua drops back. Pass complete over the middle. Maybe they'll give him a first step. It's either going to be like 3rd and 1 or a first down, depending on where they call us forward progress. Ooh, barely held on to that. They're calling it 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches is what we got on the play here. And he got stopped. Mostert stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 2. I'm sure the Dolphins are going for it here. They're already behind so much. You got to go for it. Fourth and 1 is what they're going to call it. All right, Tua has actually got empty backfield and shotgun on 4th and 1. It is caught across the middle down to the 30-yard line. It's Jonnu Smith. He has been the go-to guy across the middle. Every time Tua needs something. Tua could have run it. I always like to see if my teams are going to fight. Like, are you going to fight? This game has not gone your way. Are you going to fight? Are you going to battle? Are you going to try to claw back? 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 30-yard line here. Fake the toss, turn. That was a nice looking play. Pass complete to Waddle about 15 yards down the field. Another first down for Miami here. It's looking pretty good. This is probably the best looking drive that the Dolphins have had. They had one other good one where they kicked that field goal. That was a good looking drive. Tua's passes are a lot better. They're a lot more on here. So it's already been a 56-yard drive, 7 plays. It is 1st and 10. There's 257, 256, 55, 54, 53, 52 remaining in the game. Or in the 3rd quarter. Quick little dump off screenplay, 1st down, and it's a touchdown, Miami to A-Chain. Good. Quick little congratulations. Get off the field. No showboating. You're losing. No showboating. That was a good drive. That's what Miami's needed to do from the beginning. Just a good combination of little dump offs, short passes. It's like these screens and stuff that they function as running plays, even though they're technically passes. That was by far the best Dolphins drive of the night. They're going for 2 because they are down 18. So if they can basically, if they don't get the 2-point conversion, they need 3 scores regardless. Wow, that was a nice play. He caught it. Waddle got it. They're going to probably replay that to make sure he got his feet down. But if that stands, it is 27-11 Miami. So kudos to not just rolling over here. Let's see. 1, 2, toe tap, and a drag. Very nice. That was a really good catch by Waddle. Really good catch. That was an impressive drive. The frustrating part is it took them till the end of the 3rd quarter to figure out how to put a drive together. And that's something you just can't do. You can't wait that long to be able to put those adjustments. So it is 27-11 Miami. That's what we've got going on right now, 27-11. There's about 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, so I have no idea if our defense can stop them at all. That does not seem to be a theme that we have right now. All right, I'm going to go quick check on all the kids really quick and see how they're doing while we're on commercial break. See if they're still awake or asleep or whatever's going on. Hold on. All right. So we are just on commercial break still, waiting for this game to come on back. There's the BRBs. So since we haven't had much to cheer about today, I'm still going to throw my fins up in the chat. Throw those TDs in the chat. There we go. Fins up, thumbs up. We got a Miami touchdown, 27-11, 2:43 in the third quarter. So the issue here is not time for Miami. Miami can score and score quick. The issue for Miami is, can their defense do anything? So Green Bay, they still need to push here. You can't just lay down. And if there's any chance that Green Bay just turned off their competitive juices, up 27-3, I guess this is Miami's chance to capitalize on that. Kickoff goes out of the end zone. So it'll be Packers ball here. Yeah, they're highlighting all the Dolphins' missed tackles. It was very noticeable tonight. All right. So Miami's tackling has been poor up till now, but change the narrative, right? That's my theme for today. Change the narrative. Can you change the narrative of your life story? Yeah, you've been failing in something up till now, but can you change it? So let's see. Can the Dolphins change it? Nope. We got a first down catch and a missed tackle. So it's like, if you want things to change, you've got to do things differently. And that's, of course, we've all experienced this with our football teams, but we probably all experience it with our lives too. You keep getting stuck in the same areas of your life because you don't do anything different. And that's a frustration you see as a football fan. The same thing in your own life, but it's going to be 1st and 10, Green Bay. Give you a yard line here in a second. You got a Dolphins player who is hurt on the play. He's got an injury timeout, going to a quick commercial break. All right. Rocking and rolling. Seeing what interesting commercials people are trying to throw out there. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. We're just on commercial break right now, watching Best Buy doorbuster commercials and Chipotle commercials. I'm at the point that I don't ever want to eat food again. That'll last probably for about 4 more hours, and then I'll be hungry again. But that's what we've got. We are streaming tonight's game. It's my first ever full live stream while watching the game, and we are YouTube's smallest Miami Dolphins channel, and proud to be it. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you as well. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I appreciate that. I know we've got lots of our regulars who've been popping in, some who've already gone to bed because they got to be up early tomorrow. I probably should be going to bed, but alas, I'm going to enjoy my one Dolphins game, at least for now. Maybe we'll do another one. There's a lot of commercials for this injury timeout. I think we're on like commercial 5. All right, I'm going to work with some stuff here because I want to try to figure out how to make this stream a little bit better on the branding. Yes, I got to see a Dolphins touchdown. I mean, when they play well, when the offense plays well, they're good. They can score quickly. But if your defense, so the defense has missed so many tackles, a muff punt, and the offense has not looked great in the first half. So there's just not enough. Miami needs to score points early. That's just the thing. If they're not scoring early, they're in trouble. All right. Well, we need a defensive stand here. Oh, tipped. Jalen Ramsey came in, tipped it, almost intercepted it. That would have been a huge play. Because had he come down with that, it was Jordan Love or nobody to stop him. Yeah, it wasn't really close. It looked closer from the first angle to being intercepted, but had he somehow managed to pick that off, I mean, I don't know if Jordan Love would have gotten to him. And he was the only one there. All right, 2nd and 10. Oh my goodness. It takes like 8 Dolphins to tackle anybody. So I mean, it was like 2nd and 10, 5-yard pass, 8 Dolphins on him, and he still moves the pile 3 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Took 8 Dolphins to bring him down. I mean, I'm not going to be the guy who's going to call an NFL player soft, right? Like that's not me, but there just doesn't seem to be a ferociousness of the defense that you want to see. 3rd and a yard. Oh, they actually held him. They tackled for a loss. So it's going to be like 4th and 2 or 3, depending on where they spot this ball. That was one of the best defensive play calls I've seen. They kind of knew what was coming because they don't have arms. Back to work for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to work. I'm just not going to be out super early, I don't think. I've got some eBay shipping and stuff to do. And all right, so we'll see. I don't know. Is this a good fake? This might be a good place to fake it. No, punt is up on the way. Can we not like drop it? Everybody gets away from it. Dolphins will take over around there. The 18-yard line. 18-yard line for Green Bay. So the defense got to stop. Wasn't pretty, but got the job done. So all of a sudden, I'm not gonna say that there's a chance yet. I mean, there's always a chance technically, but happy Thanksgiving to you, Corey. Yeah, I had a good day. I had a good day of doing nothing. So eating lots of food, taking a nap, hanging out with the family. We played a little football in the yard. You're gonna be home around midnight Centrals, which is like 1 Eastern. Well, I doubt I will be streaming all the way to the end of your car ride, Jason. But I'll keep you till, well, I'll get you till 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central. Miami's problems, they're still like, they dropped this one. They're 2 games out of a playoff spot. All right. Got a nice throw. First down throw right over the middle. Tyreek with about a 12, 13-yard gain. It's going to be another first down for Miami. I'm going to tell you, like, what I saw the last drive, and I said, if there's any chance that the Packers took their foot off the gas because they went up by 21 in the 3rd quarter, this is the chance. Like, you just scored 8. Now you go down and try to score 8 more. Got another Dolphins player injured. So there's like 4 good teams in the NFC: Lions, Eagles, Vikings, Packers. And the Packers have lost to Lions, Vikings, Eagles. Everybody else has 5 or more losses. So it's crazy. The Packers are third place in the NFC North at 8-3. Third place at 8-3. All right, got another first down for Miami here, starting from the Green Bay 31. Little handoff to A-Chain or Mostert, I guess it is. 3-yard gain, 4-yard gain. That is the end of the third quarter. The end of the third quarter. So all right. I know. The Packers, how many divisions would the Packers be winning right now? At least 2 in the NFC. They're better than 2 NFC division leaders, and they're third place in the NFC North. So they're not just they are a wild card team, but they're like third best in their division. But again, I mean, literally, the Packers' 3 losses are to the 3 teams ahead of them: Eagles, Vikings, Lions. Those are their 3 losses. Every other team that they're supposed to beat, they've beaten. Packers would be leading the AFC South at 8-3, 2 games ahead of the Houston Texans. They'd be tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC North. They'd be 1 game behind the Bills in the AFC East. They'd be second in the AFC West. They'd be 1 game behind the Eagles in the NFC East. They would be leading the NFC South by 2 games. They'd be leading the NFC West by 2 games. But in the NFC North, I missed it midnight. You'll be home around midnight. I totally missed that. I know. I would not be betting against the Packers in the playoffs. I bet you the Packers would be like, what's the playoff standings right now? I forget how this works, right? It's so the top team. No, we're getting tired here at midnight. We're getting tired. You get what you pay for here. All right. In the NFC, the Packers would go to Seattle. 8-3 Packers would go to the 6-5 Seahawks in round 1. There'd be a favorite there. The Vikings at 9-2 would go to 6-5 Atlanta. And then Philadelphia would host the 7-5 Washington Commanders. Sorry, we're back. We're back with the game here. Start of the third quarter. Just kind of starting to dig into the weeds. Are you taking? You gotta have your coffee. All right. It's really close. If Achan got around the corner for a first down, it's about actually time. It's gotten cold in here. My AC finally kicked in enough, so it's 70 degrees in here. So yeah, stay safe out there, Jason, for sure. Like, you know my best tip ever for staying awake when driving home Just hold a $20 bill out the window. Tua fakes the toss. Across the middle, over to Tyreek Hill. It's completed. It's about a 15, 18-yard gain. Another Dolphins first down. Tell you what, this offense found something. They found something here. One thing I will say, I'll give one positive feedback on Tua I'm seeing tonight. He's looking a lot more comfortable stepping up in the pocket than I remember. 32 degrees, no window. No window down. He doesn't. Yeah, well, that's if you're having trouble staying awake. Yeah, that fresh air, like that heat is killer. But I'm telling you, like I've had times where it's like you just have to keep driving because like you just can't keep stopping. Hold that $20 bill, and if that's not enough to keep you awake, then make it a 50 or make it 100 and hold that out the window. Hold it between two fingers, like this. You hold a $20 bill between two fingers out the window. It's gonna keep you awake, or whatever sum of money is important. It's important enough for you to do that. All right, so Dolphins have 2nd and 9 here. They're at the Packer 33. They still basically need touchdown or bust here. Another little outside throw, about a 3-yard gain. It's going to be about 3rd and 5 or 6. It's what we got going for Miami. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Hope you have a great day. You are watching live coverage of the Miami Dolphins on YouTube's smallest Miami Dolphins channel. We also talk about all sorts of other things here too, about life improvement, but we're having fun just streaming a Dolphins game here on Thanksgiving night. I know. Comfortable cart. Sit on get yourself a tack to sit on or something. Oh, it's a blitz opening. Tua gets it away. It's another first down. Odell Beckham Jr. decided to show up today. OBJ. Telling you what, guys. The crowd is starting to rumble just a little bit for the Packers. Hey, you don't always have to make every play, but if you can just make the key play. Way to go, OBJ. So there's conversation as to whether or not there's going to be a flag. They're going to not call a roughing the passer penalty there. It was a flag and then not a flag, I guess. Still a first down for Miami. I mean, of course you want it to be called a flag, but over the middle, another first down for Miami. This time to Waddle. The Dolphins have been doing this little fake pitch run patch. You know, it's like a fake pitch to like A-Chain or Mostert, and then pass across the middle. It's been working really well. Waddle almost ran himself out of a first down. I'm telling you, we're not giving up yet. I like the fight that I'm seeing in this team. Little handoff, cuts it back. Achane gets it down to about the 1-yard line. That was a tough run there, a good run. We got about 10:50 remaining in the game, and Miami's going to have 2nd and goal from about the 1. I'm telling you, fans on the internet always just talk about like wins and losses and stuff. But there's something to be said about how your team plays when they're down. I just feel like in life, you learn a lot about a person by how they do when life is going against them. It's going to be 3rd and goal, stopped again right around the 1-yard line on a little running play. But I'm just telling you, like, I feel like you can learn a lot about your team by seeing how they do when things are going against them. I feel like a fake handoff rollout. I mean, you still got to get a touchdown, 2-point conversion, touchdown, 2-point conversion, and hold them on defense in between. There's fake handoff, rollout. Oh, that was dangerous. All right, it is going to be 4th and goal. Incomplete on that play. That was the play I was thinking. It just didn't develop the right way. But I mean, I called it. It was fake handoff and a rollout. The offensive line did not hold. He might have had Waddle, but I don't think he could have seen Waddle where he was at. All right. It is 4th and goal. Tua is going to be sacked. There is a flag on the play, though. There is a flag on the play. It's in the backfield, so it might be holding. Yeah, holding on Miami. It's going to be Green Bay's ball. I like the 3rd down play call. I did not like the 4th down play call. But what it shows me is they're not trusting the offensive line to be able to hold. All right. Well, that is unfortunate. I just didn't like that 4th down play call. I think you got to just jam it up the middle. There, you're 4th and 1 or 4th and goal from the 1. You just got to. You tried the fun play on 3rd down, but you tried the fun play on 3rd down. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, Jeremy. I'm fine. The 1st down call, 2nd down calls, I was fine with all of them. I even called the 3rd down call. I like the fake handoff and the rollout on 3rd down, but on 4th down, in the very least on 4th down, you want to leave them with 99 yards to go for the touchdown. Now they're not even backed up against their own end zone. So I didn't like the 4th down play call. Right. It's like you just got to bash it in there. And if you can't get through, you can't get through. But I think you can get too fancy. I think you can get too fancy, and I think you're just much better off. Again, I have no problem. You run, they stuff you. You run, they stuff you. Fake the run with a rollout. That was a dangerous pass, but I mean, I still like the play call there. But then on 4th down, you got to just run at them. I mean, the Eagles would have just done 4 tush pushes in a row. So, but I don't like that 4th down call. That was too fancy. Too fancy of a call on 4th down. All right, well, defense needs a big play here. Pick 6. I mean, there's no reason for them to be throwing the ball here. All right, so first, they're basically starting 1st and 10 from the 7. Got a little play up the middle here. He gets his 2nd and 6 is what we're looking at. 2nd and 6 is what you got. I mean, if I'm the Packers, I'm just running it. I mean, you might get a chance for a big play or whatever. Dolphins they are passing it on this one. Little blitz play. Oh, they're calling a flag on that. Wow. I don't know. I'll have to see what that looked like. That ball didn't look like it was anywhere near. They're calling holding, so 1st down, Green Bay, 5-yard holding. Let's see. That's good. That's good. I mean, wow. I don't know if that was actually on Ramsey. That wasn't a hold on Ramsey. All right, 1st and 10, Green Bay from their 16-yard line. Fake the handoff, roll out, wide open. It's going to be a 1st down. Tackled from behind, but I think that was it. I mean, that drive was the drive. Yeah, Marshawn Lynch in his prime. Yeah, we all remember that. No, that was the drive. That Miami had the momentum. They had actually taken over the momentum. They had a big drive. They stopped the Packers, and they drove all the way down to the 2-yard line and couldn't punch it in. Not saying they were going to win, but that's just devastating. I mean, you could have even kicked the field goal there, and then you're down 2 scores, but you don't need 2 2-point conversions. But this defense is just holes everywhere. Oh, missed tackle again. Yeah, there it is. Another missed tackle. My goodness, another missed tackle. It's like the Dolphins are literally it's like slipping through their hands. I mean, the Dolphin metaphors you can do. That the first tackle was a little rough, then he got deked, but there was 2 other missed tackles here. I mean, it's an impressive run, but it's a really I mean, it's just tackling 101, guys. It's just you got to be able to tackle the guy. Like, well, I think that's an incomplete pass. It looks like it was a forward pass. They let it play out. If it's somehow a lateral, the Dolphins just recovered it for a touchdown. I don't think it was, though. Oh, it's barely. It was a forward pass. It looked like a forward pass. It looked like a forward pass, and it was barely. That would have been a huge play, obviously, but yeah. No, I mean, it looked like a forward pass. What I like, though, is I like how they let them play those plays out now instead of just calling them dead. Like, yeah, I know it's frustrating for the player who thinks they have the touchdown recovery, but it's way better than what they used to do, which was constantly call the play dead, and then you find out, oh, well, it was a fumble, and it would have been an easy touchdown, but we blew the play dead, so it's not. You have replay, use it to get plays right. So, I mean, that's fine there. I am surprised how much the Packers are throwing it here. I think it's going to be another 1st down for the Packers here. Yeah, like if I get it. It's annoying, for that defender who just ran like 50 yards for that touchdown. That wasn't a touchdown, but it's so much better than the alternative. And especially if they give time for the players to rest up as they're doing the review or whatever. It's way better. It's 1st and goal, Green Bay here. The game was basically over when they didn't score on that last one. But the Dolphins realistically need you can't give up another touchdown here. There's 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, guys. It's the major turnover for a touchdown. Obviously, that would have been a big play, or scoring. I'm gonna say this. As bad as the Dolphins played in the first half, they played pretty well in the second half. But they're just not a good come from behind team. Their tackling is poor, and they make adjustments too slow. Yeah, more missed tackles. It's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 4-yard line. I'm not going to come out of this game feeling like, oh, the Dolphins are a horrible team or whatever. I know what the narrative is. Like, you're a Dolphins fan, you know what it is, right? Dolphins going to Dolphin. Like, I get that. But the way I see this, just actually sitting and watching the whole game, the coaching staff made adjustments too late because the offensive drives the second half have been pretty good. But you got to tackle. You just got to tackle guys. You can't. When you have a guy in your grasp, you got to at least hold him up till you get help. All right, 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line here. Going to be just shy. It's going to be like 4th and goal from like the half-yard line. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be 4th and goal, but there's a 15-yard unnecessary roughness penalty on the Packers there. It's been kind of a chippy game in the trenches. All right. Packers are lining up for a field goal here. This will put them up by 19 with like 5 minutes or so to go, something like that. 5:17 is on the clock as we speak. Like I said, the game was pretty much over when the Dolphins didn't score on that last drive. It's just too many early mistakes to overcome. Field goal is good. It's 30-11. I know exactly kind of how everybody is going to go. Packers fans are going to be like, easy win. I would say this, though. If I was a Packers fan, there's still a lot of stuff I'd want to see cleaned up. There's a lot of stuff I'd want to see clean up as a Packers fan, too. And as a Dolphins fan, all the chatter is going to be like, oh, another cold weather loss. Like, I get it. I don't really think that's the narrative, though. I don't think how the Dolphins did today had anything to do with the cold weather. I think they were out prepped and their defense is just porous, I think. But it looked like the coaching staff was out prepped. That I would say that would be, to me, that would be the bigger storyline. It took them almost 3 quarters to figure out how to really move the ball against the Packers, and you just can't take that long against a good team. Because even if you have a good defense by that point, you've still given up, a handful of scores, and you're just too far behind to make up ground. So Tua was off in the first half, though. Too. I mean, the whole first half was ugly. Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand. Is it just because they're afraid of hitting someone in the cold? That's the only thing you could say, or are they just that poor at tackling? And I haven't watched enough games this season to know. But I can tell you, it was yeah, that was obvious. There's a kind of just a clear, consistent theme that runs through the NFL, which is the best coached teams. Yeah, well, exactly, Jason. I mean, so that's one of my lessons. I just don't know if I really have a particular life lesson from this game. It's the better team won. I mean, it's clear. It was clear going in the Packers were the better team. The home team won. The better team won. The team with the better record won. The team that started off their season poorly and trying to make a comeback isn't to the level of a team that's lost to basically the only 3 teams in their whole league or conference, at least. Their only losses. The Packers have 3 losses, guys. Eagles, Vikings, Lions. Those are the 3 losses. And you know what teams have better records in the NFC than the Packers? Eagles, Vikings, Lions. Which of those teams do you think the Dolphins could beat right now? None of them. They're not as good. They're not that level. The Dolphins they're basically what their record says, maybe slightly better than their record. Yeah, I mean, I could go that way, Midnight. That's a fair point. You don't get credit for going 99%. I like that. That's kind of a cool kickoff and return. I mean, that could be a decent. I kind of like that one, Midnight. We'll see. I might just also wait and see what the Chiefs game produces, and all right. So we got 4:55 left here. I just want to see if the Dolphins can even put a drive together here. No, Tua sacked. Tua sacked on first down. They had momentum, though, guys. They had momentum. They scored the touchdown. They stopped them. And they drove all the way down to the 1-yard line. There was momentum there, and they just could not punch it in. But I mean, can you really fix physicality or tackling ability in the middle of an NFL season, near the end of an NFL season? I just don't know if that's fixable. I think it's almost like you just have to bring in new personnel for some of that stuff. It's your crew. You're not going to have anybody in the practice squad that's better tackler than anyone who's in your starting lineup. There's a nice play. Pass across the middle to Tyreek. Yeah, well, that's true too. Dolphins got a 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 36-yard line. There's miscommunication or something there. All right, let's see. We're 2nd and 10 here from 36. Clean pocket for Tua. He's got time. Dumps it over the middle to Waddle. He's trying to turn the corner. Got about 8 on the play. It's going to be like 3rd and 2. Obviously, this is 4-down territory. Yeah. Yeah, that's true too, Midnight. Yep. I mean, there's definitely stuff to look at from both sides of the ball for sure. Got a nice pass and out of bounds and a 1st down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. I'm going to tell you, like, character. I mean, if I'm going to give a lesson, you could just as easily give, your character matters when you're losing. And I do like this. Like, this is I've seen teams lay down when scores were closer than this. Oh, touchdown, Miami. It was tipped to Tyreek. And he got an excuse me touchdown. The ball was to Jonnu, and it got tipped by the Packers receiver and Tyreek. I mean, man, that's what an adjustment Tyreek made. That's not the first time he's done that this game. There's twice he made amazing adjustments mid-play. All right. So Dolphins are going for 2 here. It's 3:04 left. Going for 2. All right. No go. Dolphins are going to be down by 13. You will. Yeah. No, I agree, Midnight. And most football fans don't care about stuff like that, but like I do. I mean, I've seen so many teams quit. So I said that the most impressive drive of the night was the one where they scored that touchdown. That last drive was pretty impressive. That after knowing the game was lost, that they just drove down and pushed hard. So I have not seen an onside kick. Oh, yeah. I mean, the Dolphins, this is why. So you got to remember, the Dolphins' record is largely a reflection on the fact that Tua was out for a bunch of weeks, and it took him about 2 weeks to get in the groove. I feel confident that a chunk of the teams that we have losses to early in the season, we would beat with this team. But the problem is you can't go back and replay those games. So, I mean, if you go back to like the earlier games in the season, okay, can't blame week 1. Week 1, they kind of blew, All right, but week 3, we lost to the Colts 16-10. Sorry, was that week 3? No, sorry. I didn't go far enough back. All right. So Dolphins beat the Jaguars. Okay. Then the Bills beat the Dolphins. Bills are clearly a better team than us. But that's the game Tua got hurt. The next week we got smacked by the Seahawks. Then we lost to the Titans. I think we probably beat the Titans. I think there's a pretty good chance we beat the Titans with Tua. I think there's a pretty good chance we could at least play the Seahawks tough with Tua. We beat the Patriots and we lose to the Colts. And that was that. Yeah, that was still without Tua. So we probably beat the Colts without Tua. And then Tua comes back and it's just rusty. But even in that game, right? So even in that Cardinals game, we were up 13-7. We were up 20-10. And the defense didn't hold. So that was even in the Cardinals game. I'm not calling this season quits quite yet, Jaeger. I'm not calling it quits quite yet. But I mean, that's it. And then they lose to the Bills again, another team that they're better than. They beat the Rams, they beat the Raiders, they beat the Patriots, they lose to the Packers. This is who the Dolphins are. Who you saw tonight. This is a true. But I think people are underestimating how good the Packers are. It's like All right, here's an onside kick. It is going to be recovered by the Packers. They will not be able to kneel this out. They're going to either need some first downs or something. But no, I mean, the Dolphins' problems are Tua missed too many weeks. And if you're missing your starting quarterback and you don't have a capable backup, and again, I put that either on the coaching staff or on the higher ups for thinking Tyler Huntley was a suitable backup. Oh yeah, for sure. No, Broncos and Chargers, both of them. I think the fourth down play call there, Yeager, was bad. The fourth down play call was really bad because even if you miss it on 4th and 1, you want to back them up to their own goal line. Maybe you can get a safety, maybe you can get a turnover because even the safety there is helpful. You got to run it. You got to run it on 4th down. So. I'm not. Yeah, all things considered, if you look at the second half of this game, the Dolphins played pretty well. The problem was they didn't show up for the first half right from the start. The muffed punt. I mean, there aren't many times you can say a game was lost in the first 5 minutes of the game. Yeager, here's a good thing: just turn off the TV. just turn off the TV. The Dolphins played worse than the score showed in the first half, but they played better than the score shows in the second half. So this is about right. And I know most people who watch this game are going to be like, wow, LOL Dolphins. But I mean, here's the truth. They went into Green Bay. They were 10-point underdogs. They were one muffed punt, gave 7 points, basically. And then not punching the ball in is 7 points. I mean, they're literally 2 plays away from having this game tied up or a lead. I mean, it's kind of crazy. You lost the Super Bowl in the first 5 minutes? Yeah, I mean, I would say the Dolphins, I don't think that's unfair to say that the Dolphins lost this game on that muff punt. You're going into Green Bay, you stop the Packers on their opening drive when they get the ball first, and you muff that punt and just give them 7 points. And you're a team that's designed to dominate from the front, not catch up from behind. Okay, so like the Miami Hurricanes, as much as I pick on them, they're built to come back. That's kind of just their MO. The Dolphins are not built to come back. So, I mean, if you realize that, deep play, no flag on the play. That was a deep pass. They went for it. You know what that shows me though? Like they're legit. Even now. Even now, they're afraid of this Dolphins offense. The fact that they're just going for a home run shot here on 3rd and 11. It's 4th and 11. It's the ball's at the 50. The Packers are set up in punt formation. The Dolphins still have a timeout. I mean, there was probably pass interference on that last play, and the Packers are not happy. The truth is, though, like, why are you going? I think that's a bad play call for the Packers there. Like, I know. Are you really that concerned? I mean, are you legitimately that concerned about this Dolphins offense? I mean, maybe that's respect for the Dolphins there. It's going to be a touchback on the punt. All right, it's 2-minute warning. I know people, the narrative is going to be that this was an easy win for the Packers, but I'm actually not super upset. Well, yeah, that's probably true too, midnight. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, can Tua not throw the deep ball in cold weather? Is that why they're not doing it? But I'm I know a loss is a loss. There's no moral victories and everything, but at this point, we just have to beat. I mean, we need a little help, but here's our schedule. If we can iron these things out, tell me which of these games is impossible for us to win. Next week, home versus the Jets. The hardest game on our schedule is at the Texans, who are 7-5. You know, these are the same Texans who lost to the Titans last week, lost to the Jets like 4 weeks ago. So I think that's beatable. All right, home versus the 49ers. That's a beatable team. Maybe Jaeger. I honestly think the only reason that this game hurts is because we lost games earlier in the season that we should have won. I think that's it. I really, with how many mistakes we made, the fact that we're basically 2 plays away from having the lead in this game is kind of mind-blowing to me. And I like the fight. I like the fight that I saw in the second half. Okay, then at the Browns, at the Jets. That's our remaining 5 games. Home versus the Jets, at the Texans, home versus the 49ers, at the Browns, at the Jets. Any playoff team should win all 5 of those games. So, and if they win those out, they'll be 10-7. Is 10-7 enough to get in? I don't know. But I've remained consistent on this that the Dolphins had 1 loss to spare and that this was probably the loss. That's what I've said, and I stick with that. I stick with that. This was the loss. You got to win the next 5 games. They're gimmies. Any playoff team would win those next 5 games. Nice little dump off here. There's going to be a flag on the play. Play calling was bad. Tackling was bad. Tua was bad in the first half. Play calling from the end of the third quarter on was good. Tua from the end of the third quarter on was good. Tackling was bad. That's it. Bad tackling all the way through the game. And I don't know if you can fix that. I mean, mind you, if we go to the playoffs, we're going to get smoked in round 1. So it's like, do you want the eternal optimism? Because who would we play? If assuming we sneak in as the 7 seed, who are we facing? We're facing the Bills in Buffalo. We're toast. Like, we can't beat the Bills. So, I mean, it's you're still, if you're in, it's one and done unless something amazing happens. I don't see any way that we go into Buffalo and beat the Bills. All right, 1st and 20 for the Dolphins here. All right, it is 2nd and 15 after the last play. Ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins, they just posted a stat. The Dolphins have the easiest remaining schedule of anyone in the NFL. Any playoff team is going to win these 5 games. And they're going to be, if they win the last 5, and if they make the playoffs, they're going to be on a 5-game winning streak going into the playoffs. They're going to have won games in Cleveland and in New York, technically New Jersey, but you guys know the deal. On the road, cold weather environments. Could be they don't like the cheese there at midnight. First down, Miami here. 54 seconds left. There's just not enough time. I feel like you got to go for the home run ball here. All right, Dolphins are going to use their final timeout here. It's going to be like 2nd and 8 with about 30 seconds remaining in the game. I don't know. I get the feeling you got, Jaeger. I understand that. But looking at it from a broader perspective, this game could have gone a whole lot worse if this team had quit. This game was tracking for like a 30-point win for the Packers. And had they punched the ball in there on 4th down, like I said, I didn't like the play call, but had they punched the ball in there on 4th down, you're literally driving for a game-winning score right now. So, and if you don't muff the pump at the beginning of the game and you not punch the ball in there, do you actually have a lead and you're trying to run out the clock right now? 2nd and 9, 2 is sacked. Obviously, it's desperation time. There's like going to be no time left on the clock. This is like, I wonder if they're even going to run the play here. I wouldn't run this play. There's no benefit to this play here. They're going to do it probably, but this is it. Last play of the game. All right. Final score, 32-17. I know Dolphins fans are going to be upset. Packers fans are going to be happy, but I'm telling you there's a little more fight in this Dolphin team than maybe I thought there was going to be. So I'm going to say that. You got to win 5 in a row. It's as simple as that. You want the playoffs, Dolphins? You got to win 5 in a row. Hey, no, it's all good. It's all good. This was, like I said, I've penciled this in as a loss for weeks. So I am most impressed. So Jordan Love, for you Packers fans, Jordan Love looks legit. I think maybe he needs a little more of that Tom Brady just killer instinct at the very end, but I think that's something you can grow into as you get more confident. It felt like they play called pretty conservative at the end, but no, you got something there in Dolphins. You want the playoffs? You got 5 weeks and 5 wins to do it. Hey, number 1 draft pick, right? You want a quarterback, or you want to trade the pick to get a lot of draft picks? All right, let me see what your guys' final thoughts are. Honestly, I think this game could have, if the Dolphins didn't have character, they would have lost by 30. Has anybody sacked Eberflus yet? Is he going to wake up with a job? Hey, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Let me know. I would love some feedback. Excuse me. I'm still got the Thanksgiving hiccups. Love some feedback about how to make this better for you guys. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do it because I mostly do need to be out working and stuff like this, but maybe there's a future here. Maybe this is something we can dig into a little bit more and keep growing the channel, keep reaching out. So to my Fins fans, I wouldn't quit on the season yet. I wouldn't quit on McDaniel yet. I mean, I agree there was poor play calling tonight, but there is I think there's still a little hope. Yeah. the Dolphins have wanted an offense and defensive line for years too. So, so get the number 1 draft pick, trade it for picks, and just keep trading the picks until you can just absolutely just buy draft a whole new line. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me this entire time, and I appreciate you all. Have a great night. Good game, Packers. I mean, that was a good victory. You got some teams ahead of you and some tests to go. So appreciate y'all. We'll probably be live for food delivery tomorrow night. That'd be my best guess. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.